All right, good afternoon, folks. This is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and today we've got another kind of drive update video for you. Now, what I just showed you kind of for the introduction of this video was some highlight scenes from a recent fishing trip I did with a couple good friends of mine. We were down in the Oahe, and we traveled down in there, and we spent a good week fishing for bass. We caught catfish, we even caught some trout. But it was basically just a great little camping and fishing trip. Now, it was my full intention to film in a complete video for that and make that a adventure video. But quite honestly, you know, I got down there and I was just having so much fun just hanging out with my buddies and fishing. You know, I spent more time with the fishing pole in my hand and trying to catch some fish than I did actually getting a camera out. And so really didn't come up with enough content to make a cohesive story. I've got some cool shots of us traveling and, you know, moving from one spot to the other, but really don't have a complete story to tell you guys of that trip. Now, one of the things you guys might be noticing from some of the shots of that trip is it looks very familiar, and that's because that's the same area that I went and filmed with Donald with Off-Roading the West and Shy with Out and Back Oregon last year when we were working on an overland route. Now, while we were down there fishing, we did cover some of that route and we followed some of the same tracks that Donald and I traveled last year. But for the most part, it was more of a camping and fishing trip. So yeah, we had traveled for a day and kind of get set up in a new camp, and then we'd fish, and then we'd probably, most of the time, we just hung out in that same camp for the next day and just fished all day. And that's what I really wanted to do, because last year when me and Donald went through and Shy, we were pretty much traveling most of the time, and I did get a little bit of fishing in, but I would have really liked to spend more time fishing. So once I got done with that trip, you know, I contacted my buddy Scott and said, hey, we got to get out there next year and just spend some time, you know, fishing those waters, because, you know, that area is gorgeous. It's just an awesome place to be. It's remote. It takes a little effort to get in there, so there's not a lot of other people, and the fishing is actually just really good, and we had a really good time. And yeah, I wish I would have a full story for you guys. I wish I had a full video to share with you, but like I said, it ended up just being a good time with friends, a little bit of tomfoolery, and you know, teasing each other, but all in all, just a really good time to just be out, and great, you know, we had decent weather, and yeah, don't know what else to say except for awesome area, awesome time, great time with friends, and we plan on doing it again next year, so I look forward to that. Maybe next year I'll do a better job of capturing some of that and be able to actually put together a full story for you guys. So after I left there, I took off and I went to some hot springs to meet Megan. 29th was her birthday, and that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to spend the weekend at some hot springs that we really like. You guys have probably seen me at these hot springs before, but it was a great time there, just chill, you know, spend some time soaking in the hot springs. We had really nice weather. It was very, very cold in the morning, frosty, but nice, sunny, beautiful weather in the afternoon. But it was just a great time to just relax and spend some time with her. Now, currently, I'm driving to go to a location where I'm going to be meeting Donald with Off-Roading the West tomorrow. Now, like I said a little bit earlier in the video, we had been working on an overland route last year, and we plan on continuing that route this year. So we're basically meeting back up, and we've got some more area that we're going to be exploring and continuing to extend the overland route that starts basically in Bend, Oregon, goes through some awesome desert area, comes out at the Alvord Desert, then continues on from the Alvord Desert through the Oahe country, a lot of the same country, like I said, that I just spent fishing, and then we are going to pick up from where we left off there, and we're going to continue on east towards the Snake River. And I'm hoping that on this trip that we're not only going to route some cool area for people to check out, but I'm hoping that also I will be able to get along the Snake River and maybe sneak in even some more fishing along the way. But I'm not going to talk too much about that, about the route or anything, or what our plans are, because I'm going to be making a full video series out of that, so you guys can look forward to that series coming up, very soon after this video post, which I'm hoping I'll maybe actually get this video posted tomorrow morning before Donald shows up. All right, so before I let you guys go, let's talk a little bit about some future content that's going to be coming up on the Primal Outdoors channel and on the Van Camping channel. So I have a trip planned that I think some of my old-time subscribers are really going to enjoy, because we're going to pull the old Ford out of mothballs. It never did go into mothballs. I use it all the time. I drive it all the time around the shop. But we're going to pull it out for a camping adventure, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a winter snow camping adventure. That is, if we do get some snow, but it will be kind of mid-November. I've got a week-long trip planned. If everything comes together, that's going to be a Primal Outdoors winter video series. And I don't know if it'll be a series, probably just be a single video, but it'll be a winter camping Primal Outdoors video with the old Ford truck. We're going to leave the van behind, and we're going to take the old Ford truck. So I hope you guys will look forward to that. If that all turns out, I think it'll be kind of a cool little video. I've got something special planned for that, so you guys will have to stay tuned for that. But bringing back the old Ford, doing some camping. And a lot of this is actually stemmed from, if you guys saw my video where I went on the river rafting trip, I really enjoyed that trip, and it was fun just kind of getting out and away from the van and doing some just kind of more old school style tent camping. That was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed that. So an opportunity came up to do some other type of tent camping where I think the old Ford is a better choice, and I'm going to use it. So I think I'm just going to do that. I absolutely love my van, absolutely love the way it's set up, but sometimes I do miss just getting out and doing some very basic tent camping. So like I said, hopefully you guys will be excited about that coming up soon. Now, as far as van camping is concerned, there's going to be a little gap in some videos on it, mainly just because I've got a lot of stuff planned for Primal Outdoors. There's just going to be a lot of content coming out to this channel, and it's just got me too busy to really get out and do a van camping video. But I do have some time scheduled for December. One of the things that I plan on doing for Primal Outdoors as a Primal Outdoors piece of content is we're going to finally get that wood stove I got last year installed in the van. It's finally starting to get cold. I'm ready for winter. That stove is going to be something I'm going to have in for the winter time, take out for the summertime, but we're starting to get into the months where it's starting to get cold enough and I'm ready to put that stove in. I've got a little bit of DIY work to do to get that stove into the van and get it set up. So we'll have a video on that on the Primal Outdoors channel. But then we're going to get out for a winter camping adventure in the van for the Van Camping channel. And hopefully we get to try out that new wood stove, because I'm really excited about that. Now, speaking of DIY projects, I actually have several DIY projects coming up over the next couple of months. One of them that's a big project for me is, many of you know that I broke the bumper last year, and I only got one swing out now, and I'm missing my other swing out. So I want to get ready now that I'm getting the new shop pretty well dialed in, and I got a few more things done here recently that is going to make it to where I can really start using my welder and my plasma cutter. We're going to get started on a DIY bumper, and I've decided, I was thinking I was going to try to repair this bumper, but I just think it would be too challenging to try to repair this bumper. And the way I've got kind of planned out in my mind, I think it'd be better to actually just DIY a complete new bumper for the van with 2 new swing outs and complete setup, and I'm going to do that all myself. So I'm nervous because I've never taken on a welding or fabrication project of quite this measure before, so I'm excited about it, but I do think it will be cool, so I'm excited about that. And if it comes out the way I'm hoping, I think it's really going to be nice for the van. I also have just some shop stuff that some shop videos that'll be coming up. We'll be kind of just talking about how I'm setting up the shop, how I'm organizing the shop, a few things like that in order to be able to do these kind of projects. So there'll be some of that coming up on the channel as well. Now, something way out of left field that'll also be coming up on the channel is I recently, it's like a month ago or a month and a half ago, I got certified to scuba dive. And I did that with some friends. And we actually have another planned trip coming up very soon, actually here in a couple weeks, where we're going to do some scuba diving, and we're hoping to be able to catch some crawfish while we're scuba diving. So I'll do a little video on that as well. So there'll be some of that content. So just a lot of different things coming up on the Primal Outdoors channel. Hopefully you guys will get excited about seeing some of the stuff. And like I said, we'll be getting some content out late December on the van camping channel. But my focus is just trying to get some of these projects done, and all that kind of content really revolves around the Primal Outdoors channel. And I really do want to try to keep the van camping channel very clean, as I mentioned before, and just have it be just me out camping my van, and all these DIY and other projects and other interests that I'm doing. I want them to, they'll all be on Primal Outdoors. So, like I said, at one point I kind of thought about sharing the Primal Outdoors, but like I said, I think in one of the last videos when we talked about it, I've got an idea to be able to keep this channel going and really just focus on, my life as a whole versus just niching in on one thing. The van camping channel will be just niched in on the van camping, and then the Primal Outdoors channel will kind of basically cover everything else that I want to do with my life. And hopefully you guys will enjoy following along with that kind of content. But anyways, guys, I think I'm starting to ramble a little bit. I still got a couple hours of driving here to get to where I'm going to meet Donald tomorrow. I hope you guys are having a great start to your winter. I think we're starting to get in winter. I think we're still in fall, but it's starting to get cold. Winter camping stuff is on its way. We're starting to be able to have campfires. That's exciting. And I'm just really looking forward to getting some more stuff out on both channels. And yeah, anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, you enjoy these little updates, let me know. Leave a comment down below. And we'll catch you guys again outside.